I might say that it's been wonderful. The last 4 weeks we've had friends from Ireland and from the German Democratic Republic, and tonight from Soviet Georgia, sharing their gifts with us as special people who weren't expected. So we'll be ready for you in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Mary,
Hello?
over here?
Over there?
No, no.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I had a trouble getting it.
No.
Listen.
I mean, you saw me. I'd like to see across.
Oh, okay.
You're sitting there. If you're okay. No, even the chairs. That's okay. That's gorgeous.
Listen.
What? Oh. Well, I have the thing here, so we'll look at it.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, wait, no, wait.
Okay, that's okay.
Me? You want me to introduce you?
Oh, it's my pleasure. I just didn't. Okay, folks, I'm going to have a really significant person, and I'm very happy she got here. Judith Woodruff happens to run stuff like Children of the Future and International Arts for Peace. She's responsible for delegations going both ways across the Atlantic for some time now. And I'd be delighted, since she's here, to have her take the responsibility to do the introduction for our poet from Soviet Georgia. Let's have a hand for Judith Woodruff for her great international work.
This evening, our friend next to me is Mirov, who is among other things, he's a poet, an ethnographer, historian, and works for a living in what I would wish we would have. There's an actual peace committee that people are paid to work on friendship and exchanges, and we had been hosted there, and we hope to host them back. I would just quickly say that Mirov is going to read his own poetry and give you a little sense of the beauty of the Georgian language and some contemporary poets. And not a travel agent, but if I could urge you to go any place, I would urge you to go and not miss the country of Georgia, one of the republics of the Soviet Union, and probably one of its most beautiful, and the city of Tbilisi, which is a very ancient city, 1,500 years old. And I'm going to let Mirov begin this evening by reading. One thing I should just mention is that Mirov translated the poems himself. We just talked about the opportunity to do this. He didn't come here as a poet. He came here to do some other piecework, but he doesn't have any official translations. So he's done them himself, and that's often very difficult, and I was supposed to get here earlier to go over them, so I hope that they'll just give you the sense and context, and you'll be able to rejoice also in the beauty of the language and the culture. So thank you very much, and please welcome Mirov.
Dear ladies and gentlemen, as Judith just has told you, I work at the Georgian Peace Committee and Georgian Peace Fund. It is in the Soviet Union, Soviet Republic, and you may think that we are Russians, but we are not Russians, we are Georgians. And I'm a Georgian myself. My name is Mirov Koblachidze, but this is difficult to pronounce for you. I want to read my first poem when I was 16 years old. This poem was dedicated to my first love. First of all, I'll read it in Georgian, and I must say that I have translated this from Georgian into English, but Judith Woodruff helped me. If not Judith, I was not able to translate this. And I must say that I'm very grateful to Judith Woodruff. She's very kind woman, and she invited us to the USA, our organization, Peace Fund and Peace Committee. Thank you. My first love in Georgian. ჩემი პირველი სიყვარული. შენ ჩემო დიდო იმედო, კოშკო ნაგებო კირითა, წითელო მოვის პერანგო, შვიდგან შეკროლო პირითა, კახეთს მოჭრილო ისარო, ქალაქს ნაღებო ინითა, უკვდავებისა წყარო, ნადენო ოქროს მილითა, ამაზღო შენთან ყოფნითა, შენთან ამ სწოლა ძილითა. It's Georgian. Then pardon, my first love, the same poem. You are my great hope. You are a girl made of spring flowers. You were born far off in the village, but the power of heaven brought you to me. Your sacred innocence, O Lord, help, give me the power, make her love me as deeply as I love her. Love like a spell has claimed me. I need her love, as a dying person needs magic water to save me. Thank you. Now I'll read a little poem of the contemporary poet Anna Kalandadze. She lives in Tbilisi, but I apologize, I cannot do this, read it. It's English translation because it's not good. Stqvi arjakelo viarav, ksanze twin chamoiara, ravi ხრუბლებზე ფიქრობდი და არა გამიგიარა. მე სხვათა შორის ვიკითხე, სალაპარაკობთ კი არა. Thank you.
Let me see if I can try to help. The poem that Mirov read to you by the great woman poet, he explained it to me, and I'm going to try with his help to try to explain what it was about. I should just mention that the language, I hope that you can enjoy the language, which has a lot of internal rhyme, and it has influences from the Persian, from the Greek, and from, of course, its own origins. There's nothing like that language. Okay, something about, Mirov and I are going to do this together, just so you understood what he read. The boy, the youth, comes and says, "Tell me, old woman, was this the pretty girl that who just passed by?" And she answers that, you want to see?
She answers, "I was thinking about the nature and about the clouds." And boy replies, "Really? I simply asked. I need nobody."
In any event, I don't know if you would like to hear maybe one more. Would you like to hear one more? And together you'll understand that it's a great art to translate. So we're going to just give you, hopefully, the context, and you'll look for some Georgian poets yourself.